What's up, everybody? Furious Pete, Furious Talks. Welcome to another vlog. It's cool to be able to do these kind of videos. I kind of just wanted to go over the past month and just give you guys thanks for the fact that I can do these vlogs and you guys comment and view and enjoy them and so on. So I appreciate that. Yeah, being able to vent and just talk about what's going on inside my head has been helping me a lot, getting through a lot of difficult times. This past month has been just a roller coaster of emotions. As you guys know, I had surgery at the beginning of the month, removing one of my testicles for testicular cancer, and then I had plans all along, even before I found out cancer, to finally propose to Melissa after 5 years, and did that. So, you know, it was a lot of highs and lows and mixed up and everything like that. And past week I've been sick, so that's kind of why I've been slacking on vlogs. So, you know, I had the flu and whatever from travels. I seem to always grab some kind of bug whenever I'm traveling and come back and everything like that. It's just a bad habit of mine, if you will. And yeah, so this past month just been a wild ride of emotions, and this next week is gonna be busy in terms of doctors and figuring things out. I see one of the world's best testicular cancer specialists on Friday, and we're gonna find out if everything's okay. There were some issues with the right one, so we're gonna just make sure that everything is okay. Hopefully it is. You know, what kind of therapy I have to go through, whether it be radiation therapy or something else. We'll see. We shall see. But, you know, as much as I've been going, you know, I've kind of just been able to reflect a lot more this past month. You guys haven't seen as many videos on the main channel like you would normally would. You know, I have content to edit. There's days where, you know, I just didn't have the energy to do so, or like mindset to sit down and edit, and you know, and that happens in life. And it's actually been frustrating for me to see myself like that and see myself not busting my ass every single day. I'm trying to bust my ass as hard as I can every single day, but it's just not working the same like it did, you know, prior to everything else. And it's probably because I'm still scared, and that's the truth. I am still scared, you know, and there's nothing that can prevent that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, you know. I'm still scared as to what can happen next, because anything can happen next, right? You know, this happened, and something can happen to my other one down there, and just who knows what can happen, right? So, along with that, I've always been I've answered questions about this, about people asking, hey, you know, I haven't worked out in a month, or I won't be able to work out for a month because I'm going on vacation, like should I be panicking, all this other stuff. And I constantly say, no, don't worry about it and all this other stuff, because you can bounce back and everything. And I think that is the case. But mentally it can be very frustrating, especially for someone like myself, who regularly trains, you know, tries to train almost day in and day out, on a regular basis for past 10 years or something. You know, it can affect them mentally. You know, I haven't worked out in over a month now, and it's not necessarily a worry that I'm gonna get smaller and all this other stuff. Yeah, I'm probably deflated a little bit, but you know, I go to the gym for a couple sessions and you're good to go. My strength will be lower, but I'll get that back. But I think it's just that mental aspect of going to the gym and picking up that weight and crushing it. And I haven't been able to do that, you know. We have this unit that we've had for a little bit now, you know, that houses our merchandise, where I have an office where I can work, and then we created this very, very small, tiny little gym to basically let me do a little bit of lifting when I can. It's hard to sometimes go to the gym and all this other stuff, so we grabbed some stuff off Kijiji and created this like little pad, and I was really excited about it and excited to use it. And every single day I pretty much pass it and goes through your head saying, hey, I can't work out yet, I can't do it yet. But when I do go back to lifting, that's when things are gonna be crazy. So it's just been a bunch of emotions up and down, and I think things will, you know, I'm apparently scheduled to be able to work out in 10 days, which isn't that far away at all. And, you know, some people would be happy to not lift for a long time and, you know, take a little break from it all. But it's not a worry of my physique, strength, all this other stuff. It's just the joy of going to the gym and lifting. There's a joy, and I'm happy that, you know, from being off of the gym, I'm happy that I get to see that is what I am missing the most, is that joy of lifting, that fun. It's so much fun to go to the gym and lift that. And a lot of people can't find that in their lives. And, you know, when they start doing fitness and start getting into the bodybuilding or whatever it is that they're doing, CrossFit or powerlifting or whatever it is, whatever kind of training that they're doing, a lot of people will simply be going because they want to get bigger, or just the size and all this other stuff. And it sometimes takes a very long time to get that joy of just, you know, being in the gym and lifting and you know, having that, you know, grabbing that barbell and grabbing that dumbbell or lifting up that plate and sliding it on. There's a certain joy about that. Sweating, the chalk, you know, putting your hands in the chalk and all that. There's a joy to that. And I've grown into that joy, and it's one of those things that I just love doing, and I will for the rest of my life. So that's why it's disappointing not to be lifting. You know, size and strength are just your own things. You know, it's your own measure of how you're progressing. So if I lost size and strength, that's okay. You know, I'm gonna be at a certain strength level, and then I start from there again. And then, you know, as long as the next week when I'm lifting, I'm stronger or whatever, then that's a positive thing, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just rambling. I kind of just wanted to do a video. You know, I'm a month after doing surgery, and I felt like this past month has been one of the longest months of my life. Not necessarily like in a bad way sometimes. There's just been a lot of thinking, and lots has happened. A ton has happened in the past month. And it's good to just sit down, reflect on it, and see all the positives and see all the negatives as well. It's good. And I encourage a lot of you guys to do the same. Just sit down and reflect, and you know, reflect on what you have, and reflect on what you love, and reflect on what you hate, and what you want to accomplish. So anyways, that's me rambling. Lots of cool content coming up. I can't wait to share a lot of stuff with you guys. I have footage that we filmed like a year ago now that I still haven't edited. There's some cool stuff. It doesn't mean that I'm that far behind with stuff. You know, I've uploaded a lot of content this year, but there's still really cool stuff. And yeah, thanks for supporting all this time. Gonna keep you guys updated on everything, and yeah, happy November, everybody. See you later, guys. Stay sexy, stay hungry, and of course, get laid. I like full-fat cheese over the other stuff because it just tastes better. You can put in less, and it just tastes that much better. And then I have some hot sauce. Well, it's not really that hot. It's more just for flavoring. I have some other hot sauce I can use. But yeah, that's it.